What's up? How y'all doing? Actually at the Kansas City Royals game right now. I was reading something yesterday, and it was in Matthew, and it was about the unforgiving servant. And the story is that the servant went to his master because the master called him up and he said, "You owe me this much money." And the servant fell down and begged the master and said, "Please, will you, get rid of my debt?" He was going to sell his family. The master was going to have his family be sold to pay off the debt. And the servant was like, "No, please," begging his master. And his master had a compassionate heart and forgave all his debt. Well, then that same servant whose debt had just been forgiven went out and he found a guy that was under him that had owed him some money. And it was a small amount. And he took that servant that was under, and he said, "You owe me this, pay me back." And he said, "Go and work until you pay me back." And so the master who had forgiven this servant in the first place brought him in and said, "You wicked servant, why did you go out and find your servant, the one who was under you, and not forgive him of his debt when I forgave you of a lot of debt?" And he said, "I'm going to throw you in to be tortured until you pay off all your debt because of what you've done." And the reality of that is that God has forgiven us so very much, and we don't deserve it, but He's forgiven us. And if we have a brother that has done something against us, we should forgive him wholeheartedly, because I'm sure God has forgiven us much more than what that other brother or other sister has done towards us. And if we can't forgive our brother or sister, how can the Heavenly Father forgive us? And I encourage you guys, as the disciple says, if my brother does something against me, should I forgive him 7 times? And he says, no, 77 times. And the whole point is not, okay, once 77 times is up, then you're done forgiving. The whole point is you keep forgiving, because God keeps forgiving us.